Hi guys, welcome to Design Technology TV. This video is for new students to the course. So if you're not a new student, don't watch this. It's got nothing to do with you. It's not going to be exciting and interesting from your point of view because you'll have done similar tasks already and you'll be well aware of the challenges that are presented here. If you're a new student, welcome along. Welcome to Design Technology with St Brendan's Sixth Form College. What we're going to do, obviously, we don't have a new student day this year, so it means that you don't get to experience the college the same way as other people have done in previous years. So what we're doing is we're remotely setting you guys some work to do and get a feel for the course. What's important is that you understand the sort of things that we're going to do, how we do it, and getting a real feel for the sort of nuances of the design and technology course. This is for both product design and design engineering students. Both of you can undertake similar processes at home, and there's no real problem with that. So the engineers might have a slightly more of a slant on the sort of mechanical possibilities of something, whereas the product designers might have more of a styling point of view. That choice is up to you, and we're not going to be too fussed how you go about this. So what we're going to do, we're going to get you guys to understand what it feels like to be a user of a product in a way that you may not already be aware of. What we've got here is some things you'll need. You will need some tape. It doesn't matter what type of tape that is. So in the photograph, I've got sellotape, masking tape, any other tape. Plasters even can work as well, but obviously plasters are more expensive, so go tape if you can. We also have a controller for a TV or something else. So it could be an Xbox controller with a battery pack that slides in and out. It could be something else that has a battery of some form in it that has a slot that it fits into and some sort of release mechanism. You also need your computer, ideally. If you're watching this, then hopefully you've got one, or you might be watching this on your phone. If you don't have access to the computer over the summer, that's not a problem. Just do stuff on paper instead and go from that point of view. How you present this is down to you. We are looking, hopefully, for you to do some nice stuff with this, but if you don't have the means available to you, we're not going to be too fussed. So, what we need to do is we find the everyday use of a controller quite easy. So get out the controller of your choice and think about how you interact with it. Think about what buttons you press, how you know that you've pressed a button, what responses you get from the controller. Does it give you some sort of feedback in terms of what's going on? Does a light go on? Does no light go on? Does it have a little clicky kind of feel to the buttons? What's your understanding and experience of using it? So how easy is the product to use? Think about that. Try and think about it from a sort of a new point of view. You might have used this product lots and lots, but there's an opportunity here for you to sort of get involved with it and really think about the nuances of this. Next up, try and change the batteries. So quite often it's behind some sort of cover or slot on the back. How easy is that to open? How easy is it to then remove the batteries, etc., etc. So have a look at this and think about the strengths and the weaknesses of your product. What's good about it? What's bad about it? Make some notes down here because you're going to write these up in some form in a little bit. What improvements could be made? What could you do here to trial it? You might also want to ask someone else. So it could be someone else in your family or household. You could get them to use it. You could take photographs of them using it. You could even do a short little video if you want and sort of ask them what they think of using the product and how they experience it. My suggestion is that you pause the video now and you go through that, make those notes, do the video, etc., etc., and then come back to this video. Other option, of course, is that you watch the whole video through and then go from there, and then some of the surprises will no longer be surprises. Having done this, the next step is to use your tape. So hand numbness is something that's pretty common amongst the population at different ages and for different reasons. So quite often sporting injuries will cause numbness in tips of fingers, some thumbs. Sometimes it's not all fingers and thumbs. You'll also get things like diabetes and other aspects which cause numbness in the tips of fingers. And obviously that numbness can cause a potential user to have some significant different experience of using the product. So what we want you to do, tape around the tips of your fingers as I have done in the photograph. And then once you've done that, or if you can't do that, get someone else to give you a hand if it's a bit tricky. What we want to do is to do the same thing again and make notes on it. So try it, see what you think. So try the button pressing, try holding it, Do you now get the same experience and the same feedback from the controller? Do you know that you're actually pressing the buttons precisely? Are you pressing them the way you normally do so? Now try changing the batteries. What challenges now are there from changing the batteries? Is it more difficult? Uh, is it actually possible? So start thinking about what you can do with the tips of your fingers being taped up, and what that perception of having numb fingers would actually be. Now you've done that, start thinking about what changes you would make to make this easier. What, because of physical changes to the product, could there be adaptations to it to allow you to do it? And even if you had numb fingers from whatever purpose, would you still be able to do this? So, in essence, what we're asking you to do, 1 or 2 slides or pages, depending on what you're doing. Write up your notes and justify your thoughts. Say why you think they are. So a simple statement of "it was easy" doesn't really tell us very much. But if you say "it was easy because," and you give us some information about the context, why it's happening the way it is, why you find it easy, why your user, if you've spoken to someone else finds it easy, that's great. Use bullet points, keep it concise. So keep it neat, tidy, keep it to the point. Don't waffle on. You don't need to tell me about what you did. So you don't need to say "I taped up my fingers." I know that because I've asked you to do it. Cover the criteria, so the ease of use, the ease of changing batteries, the strengths, the weaknesses, and the possible improvements that you would do to make it better. Within it, you can add photos or short videos to the sheets to show the tests and the issues that you had. Good quality responses here will probably almost certainly have photographs in them. If you do it on paper, that becomes more difficult, so you might want to think about maybe doing a quick sketch or something like that. Equally, that might not be too easy either, so it's up to you depending on what you're trying to do. As I said, you can use short videos, you can use photos of a discussion with your potential user, so show that it actually happened. You can also use sketches to show how you would improve the design. Now, those sketches, if they're done separately from a PowerPoint slide or a Word document, what you do is take photographs on your phone, maybe email it to yourself, and then upload it onto the sheet. That's over to you how that works and what you're capable of doing. If you can't do it, don't panic, not the end of the world. Finally, presentation. What I'm looking for is, it's going to be up to you, but I'm going to give you a couple of tips. First of all, pack your sheets with details. So make sure there's lots going on. Don't find yourself using really large font size or large headings just to fill space. It's not a presentation that's going to be shown to people on a large screen. It's a document where we're going to be looking at it for information. Also, give it a professional feel. So go for it, give that a try. If you're not sure what that might look like, then you could have a look around Design Technology TV, have a look at some of the examples of work done by other students or other sections, and that might give you a few tips and pointers on how to do it. Hopefully this has been useful to you guys. I hope to see you in September. Thanks for watching Design Technology TV. Like and subscribe if you found this useful.